is to help and benefit the Proudfoots. Even this unsubstantiated claim, nobody gave a rat's ass about what Seth was going through with a woman claiming that his son's alive and she's got proof. Why didn't he do fact checking before he brought her on so you guys could have had a reasonable conversation about the truth and the facts of the case? Because the only thing she had was some picture she pulled off a website. And when you look at it, neither one of the kids look nothing like Sebastian Rogers. Yet this investigative journalist, the head clown of the circus, decides to roll with the story.
So sick and tired of these idiots on freaking YouTube. Always got my name in their mouth. Hey, Justin, you have my phone number if you ever want to talk to me instead of talking about me. Just saying. So much for loyal friendship, right? I don't say boo about you, dude. And if you think that I'm talking about you when I say the trash on YouTube, then you probably are part of the trash on YouTube. I'm just saying. Don't go real life, right? Are you going to tell your followers about your little shindig with your fat, ugly, toothless, homely looking lady? I'm just curious. And as soon as she pulled up, I said, are you following me for Queen Bee? Oh yeah, because we've been expecting it. You know why? Because your behavior is I'm a behavior person. So I know exactly what's going to make you tick, like talking about your mama and your aunt.
But I'm not willing to attack a man that has nothing to do with the disappearance of his child. Now, I understand that JS for Justice has some kind of loyalty to the people that are attacking Seth. And I've tried to not have to say anybody or poke the bear or anything like that because I want to stay out of the drama. But I'm tired, okay? I'm tired of these people attacking an innocent man. I don't give a rat's ass. If they did something lawfully or legally, guess what? That's the realm I live in to conduct my business. Lawful and legal.
But everybody knows I'm done with the trauma and drama of the true crime scene here on these platforms. That's why I've distanced myself from everybody. And of course, everybody still talks about me, so it looks like I'm more powerful than them because nobody's talking about them.
Group, and you're right, but it's a private group that all of us creators have promoted and brought people to. And I have been in there as a daily user and a daily commentator, and I got absolutely done with the BS that's going on with these attacks coming from one specific party, one specific group of people. They're associated with JLR, they're associated with Magnolia, and they're attacking Seth's family, which everybody knows has literally the lowest probability of having any culpability in this disappearance. And I don't know when it's become okay to attack family members that literally had nothing to do with the crime.
I don't understand how people can watch people that get cases wrong every single time. And when the only way that they distract from how wrong they are is insulting another creator that got it right.
I plan on going after the Proudfoots and Bowersox legally over this. There's not a whole lot that I can say as far as I can't fix stupid. But you know, this is why you don't go to felons for your legal crime news, because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know anything about it. If they knew anything about the law, they probably wouldn't be felons. I'm just saying.
Years of one mom with the other mom, and it's heartbreaking. And then as the pressure starts mounting against the stepfather and the mother, they kick rocks. They pack up all their stuff and leave. Won't help with any kind of search efforts, won't post any flyers. I hear his mom and dad are wanting any information to come to them, but they're not out there helping search for him. You know, I can't. And you know, I know a mom's love for her son, but I'm sorry. If your son, if you know your son, you know this man better than anybody, lady. And if he's capable of hurting this boy, you need to come forward. Because otherwise, you got blood on your hands too, lady.
So I had already known that you were going to send somebody over here because I intentionally said I was going to be doing yard work. And again, one of your lazy, fat, ugly women that mimics you to a T decided to come by my house. Getting to this, Whale Lips and her piece of shit attorney. And I'm going to call him a piece of shit attorney because he's a sniveling, whiny little bitch. Like that. I don't know if that's proper English or not. I may have just created a new word for our Webster dictionary. I don't know. Right? It's Queen Bee. And her attorney tried to tell the judge that I doxed her. And I told the judge, I am a web sleuth. That means there's no way I would be able to dox anybody. Their information already has to be out there on the internet for me to obtain it. So that means somebody else doxed her. She doxed herself, but she was in the news. But she's an idiot and so is her attorney.
So we didn't get the earmarked, we didn't get the objection, and of course they already got the it was a moot point at that time because they got their subpoena for whoever mimicked whatever, her attorney or whatever. It wasn't me. They knew it wasn't me. They did some sneaky underhanded shit. But that's what you get for an attorney that decides to sue his own school because he can't get a job and decides to open his own practice because he can't get a job. Way to go there, Jonathan Phillips. Maybe you should sue another school. It might make you feel better. So anyways, that's the crackpot attorney she's got. But again, these were kind of things that I thought were in the discretion of the courts. So hopefully they will be. And so, all Mr. John wants me to do is spend my money to come see him. So I'll make sure I see him. And like I did before when I called him an asshole, a jerk, a jackass right there in the courts, I plan on doing that all over again because I think he's a jackass and a jerk. That's okay. I'm recording all of this. He's going to have, I guarantee by the time he's over and done with this, he's going to wish he never took this case. Because I'm outlining everything dirty he did in this case and I'm sending it over to, I'm going to file a complaint against his license when this is all said and done. And he can tell that to the judge. There's still not a thing a judge can do about it. Don't really give a rat's ass, right? The only thing I care about is that his stupid ass obsessed client won't leave me the fuck alone.
They have never once looked for that boy. All they have done is acted like they looked. They acted like they wanted some help. But every person that has reached out to them to help, who is helping Chris and Katie? Who? Nobody. Nobody's out there. They want people posting flyers and please don't forget a boy and please keep talking about him. They're not even talking about him. They just want him to go away. They never want to hear his name again. They just want this whole situation. They just want this boy's life not to matter to anybody because it didn't matter to them.
And still won't. So since they don't have any evidence in the court file yet, because we really haven't engaged in discovery. In all fairness, the judge said most of my stuff was premature. So we're going to take that. It's obviously premature. So it means that the judge will entertain it at the appropriate time, right? So we will be addressing that. It sounds like when I do my deposition, they're going to try to get into my sex life, but I'm going to make them work for it. If you're going to get to know who's up in mine, I won't get to know who's up in yours. Just remember, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
They're trying to say because I put my gun up on a post and was saying something about the Second Amendment, that's some type of threat. That was done over a year ago. First and foremost, long before this case ever came around, actually 2 years ago, as a matter of fact. They tried to say because I said I was going to bring a machete for the woods of Tennessee, that was a threat. That was a threat. That is a lie. None of these were threats. None of these were threats toward them. I had conversations on my channel like I am now. And they're using these things and manipulating the word because I said machete. Now all of a sudden is I'm going to kill them with a machete, right? That's a lie, right? You know that's a lie.
Able to walk out the door and disappear into the pitch of night and never be seen again and not leave a stitch of evidence. Wow, it's amazing how a kid is. I mean, I cover this every day. I don't know if I'm that clever. I don't know if I've got it. But I'm not military trained, So, maybe that's just the military trained part of cleaning up after yourself. That's so great. That's so great.
With no help from the boy's mother or his stepfather, where he disappeared from. And we got a jack-off on here throwing shade on a father's search, like a butthurt little you-know-what. That didn't care about using his own parents for pawns. I'm getting sick and tired of this one content creator constantly coming into a case he's not welcome in, that he's totally effed up. He's caused law enforcement to stop what they're doing, and yet here we go again. Stay the hell out of this case. Every time you come into this case, I'm going to drop a little bit more information about your disturbing behavior. Watch me work, Mr. Riches. Watch me work. Your parents, Donna and Tim, and what you did to them, shame on you. Mr. Riches, shame on you. Every time you say something about this case moving forward, I'm going to drop just a little more disturbing information about you, Mr. Three-time felon. Watch me work, sir. I'm over it. I'm over it. Seth is out there working his tail end off to try to find his son. I'm not going to deal with any more shenanigans on these streets. I am going to raise money for this man. I am going to help and assist him in finding his son. And if anybody has a problem with it, it's your problem to have, not mine. Okay? This family needs help. We're the Bullhorn Betty channel. We help families. We talk about bad guys and we advocate for victims. That's what we do. We don't throw shade on innocent parents that had nothing to do with the disappearance of a child, of their child. Well, this boy right here, his father's worried sick about him, and while you get to coddle your boy, which probably did something to his boy, and meanwhile, where is your son? Like, I would like to know where is Christopher and Katie Proudfoot? Does anybody know? If you know or you get anything, I am on every social media platform. You can always send me anything to bullhornbetty@gmail.com. That's bullhornbetty@gmail.com. If you have any information related to the Proudfoots, related to Sebastian, please reach out to me immediately. I love you guys. You take care. I still am reeling from the fact that this bitch here left her son. God bless.
Creators will kind of throw a monkey wrench into the cog, right? We'll throw it into the wheel to bring attention to a case. We will. I will do whatever it takes. Let me explain this to my audience. I will do whatever it takes to bring attention to a case that's losing attention. Period. And that means I've got to go out there with a bullhorn. If that means I've got to do something antagonistic to a hate channel to turn them on their heads, if that means I've got to fight with somebody on my own team to have a debate about a situation that creates a firestorm on YouTube to get people talking about these cases, I would do that. Period. I would. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I would absolutely do it. That was not the case here, but had it been, can you imagine how many people on the channel just didn't get it? Like, that's why we don't walk away over stupid petty stuff. We're adults. And it doesn't matter. I mean, at the end of the day, good people are going to surround themselves with good people. And nobody understands what it's like to be a YouTuber except other YouTubers. So we're going to find the people that, have our same moral compass, that have the same, integrity and things like that. Some people come on here and say horrible things about Marissa. Because she's a little, she's out there. She doesn't mind telling somebody to go F off. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I bet she doesn't get ran over as much as some people do, right? Because of that attitude. Let me think positive, right? Look at why. And, people just want to blame. They don't want to look at the reasons why, right? I think if we took a step back and looked at the reasons why, we might have a little more understanding. The woman is a wonderful person. I would not come up here, and I've had disagreements with her.